So this afternoon we have Mr. Brühlmann, the founding director of Christliche Art Mission, also manages Swiss creative business company. So welcome to our show, sir.
Great pleasure to be here.
So how do you find Nepal? How do you like it?
Of course, Nepal has very nice mountains, very similar to Switzerland. That's wonderful. And I've been visiting Nepal now since several years, and I met wonderful people. This is even much more important than the nice mountains. Wonderful people, people who are open to learn and open to develop their own country. They love Nepalese, they love their country, and I love people who love their country and are willing to stay here and to develop.
That's great. So actually, how do you find this vision or this burden in your heart to serve Nepali people by bringing this training in Nepal? When did you know about Nepal?
Actually, I'm a businessman, so my heart beats for creating jobs, for doing business. But actually, in Nepal, our mission, Christliche Mission, we have been partnering with Adhikari from Nepal, exactly, since many years, especially in social projects, also especially trafficking projects. And one day she asked us, we need to create jobs. Could you maybe support us in Nepal to teach people how to create jobs? So this was the final idea to come to Nepal and to start this project.
So you are a businessman, I mean provider of trainer, charging money. So how do you profit by providing this free training to Nepali people? As a business, it's a loss to you. You invest, you come here, how do you take advantage? Or what's the motive behind coming to Nepal?
Actually, you're fully right. If I would do business in Switzerland, I could make a lot of money in this time training here in Nepal. But you say it's a loss for you. You're wrong. It's not a loss. Every time, of course, I don't go back with a lot of money. I don't make money in Nepal, but I go back very satisfied because here I meet people and I see how enthusiastic they are and how willing they are to work to develop the country. And here I find more than just participants in seminar.
Right.
Working here means I find friends for long-term relations, and that's why it is a win-win situation actually at the end.
That's great, very noble heart of you. So you wrote a book entitled 10 Commandments for Entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
The 10 Commandments, the very phrase reminds us of the Bible, the commandment in the Bible.
Yeah.
So have you really based your principles on the Bible, or how do the biblical commandments apply to business or entrepreneur? How do you relate the two?
That's interesting. Many people, they cannot, they don't like very much this title. A business seminar, a business book called the 10 Commandments, because commandments, it's quite tough. They would rather see 10 advices or maybe 10 keys for success. But you're right, in my book I really base on the biblical 10 Commandments. Why? Since many years of business training, I learned money doesn't make people happy. But of course we need money to feed our family, to create a future for our family. But we need much more than money. And if we do not want to become a slave of the money, which happens very often, then we need some rules. And then I learned in the Bible, if you follow the biblical 10 Commandments, it's not possible to cheat clients. It's not possible to lie towards clients. So there are very simple rules, but if we follow these rules, then we do not just create the business making money, then we create new wealth and a new culture, a culture of respecting each other, a culture of different win-win situations. That's why I really want to have the title, the biblical 10 Commandments applied in business. And all these 10 Commandments you can very practically apply.
Right, you talk about success and happiness, real meaning of life.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, I mean in your view, in your experience, what's true success? What's true happiness? Can you define it for us? True success.
Actually, very often, especially business people, they see success if they make a lot of money. Of course, as I said, money is a part. We need to make money. But personally, many years ago, I actually developed a personal vision for my life. And I had to think, what is important in my life? What makes me happy? Not just rich, but happy. And then I came up with a very simple vision. Actually, it is one word. And my vision is, I want to multiply the good things I understand, I learn. And this multiplication actually has 3 pillars, which are very important in my life. And one of the pillars is independence. I learned, for me it is very important not to depend on anything or on anybody, to be free, independent. This is very important for me. Another one is wisdom. I also learned, we learned so many very important things in the university. So knowledge is very important, but knowledge is not yet the key. Wisdom is much more than knowledge. Wisdom is the way how we apply knowledge in order to serve ourselves and others. And wisdom actually, again, if you go back to the Bible, wisdom we learn in the Bible. Where wisdom starts is the fear of God. There we start wisdom. And then in the Bible we learn how to develop wisdom. That's why this second pillar, wisdom, is very important. And then the third pillar, I love to be happy. That means happiness. This is the third pillar. That means everything I do, I want to think, how could I do it in order to be happy, to make myself happy, and to make others happy. So happiness is just the result of this combination of this vision.
Right. So independence, wisdom, and happiness.
That's it.
They constitute true success in a person's life.
Exactly. In my personal life,
right.
I think everybody should find his own way there, and sometimes it could be different. Everybody has to search by himself. It's not just copying Mario. This doesn't make happy, it doesn't make success. But understanding the principle, we should search for roots, not just superficial ideas, roots. Go to the roots, and if you go to the Bible again, then you are at the roots. And there you find your personal, your specific way, what makes you happy.
Right.
This is my message.
Very interesting. So going back to the topic of entrepreneurship, so how do you create a model, or how do you define who is an entrepreneur? How one can become an entrepreneur? Can you have some suggestion and advice to become an entrepreneur? What are the methodologies, or the disciplines, or the characteristics of an entrepreneur?
Actually, the entrepreneur needs an entrepreneurial mindset. You know, if we teach people to be entrepreneurs, then of course we have to teach skills, we have to teach knowledge. Are there some basic knowledge an entrepreneur should know? How to analyze the markets, how to do a SWOT analysis, how to develop a business model, a business plan maybe even, or how to do marketing content, how to calculate. These are basics, this every entrepreneur should know. Basic skills and knowledge about these topics. But besides this, what is much more important is the mindset of an entrepreneur.
Right.
And that means mindset means the program of our 1.5 kilogram of brain.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have very different programs. And many people, they are programmed on a negative way. They always analyze and just see problems. But not solutions, just problems. This is not an entrepreneurial thinking. Entrepreneurs have to learn to realize there are problems, but then immediately searching for solutions. For opportunities. What could we do in order to solve the problem? So an entrepreneur needs to have this positive mindset. Not just talking about problems, not just waiting until somebody solves the problem, but starting to search and starting to be active and do something.
Good. Oh, wonderful advice. So you have come to Nepal. How many times have you visited Nepal?
Oh, I have been visiting Vietnam now since around 5 years, every year twice or 3 times.
So you have been in Nepal for the last 5 years?
Yeah, so minimum 10 to 12 times.
Oh,
yeah.
That's great. So you know some more ground reality about Nepal than
Yeah.
many Western people know.
Yeah.
So looking at the strategic situation Nepal is
Yeah.
between China and India,
Yeah.
both giant nations, and also rapidly developing in terms of world economy.
Yeah.
So how do you see the prospect, the potential that Nepal can catch and cash with these two neighbors? What should Nepali industrialists or Nepal government or Nepali entrepreneurs be planning ahead to profit from this situation? Your advice for Nepal, Nepali people, Nepali government and entrepreneurs in this large context?
Yeah. Actually, I'm not a politician, I'm a businessman. But what I see, Nepal is unique in the world. And of course, Nepal, you have 2 big neighbors, and you need strategies how not to depend on these neighbors, but how to relate to these neighbors, how to do business with both neighbors. To do business with China is wonderful. There is a huge market for you, and to do this with India, the same. But you have to be very careful not to rely on them, but to be an active partner. And Nepal has a huge benefit, a huge advantage, because Nepal is world known. Nepal has a wonderful nature, very friendly people. That means you should not just focus to the big neighbors. You should focus to the global world. These airplanes, everybody is in so quick. You are in Nepal, so you should focus to many other countries and build up relations to many countries in order to become independent. So independency for you, it will be very important. But independency needs internally first. You need a clear internal strategy. And of course, internally you are just at the beginning of a democracy. And here Nepal has to learn many lessons, how to unify Nepalese people, how to speak in one voice towards many partners, not just to these 2 partners, to many others. So I think this is the next step. You have to develop very well-defined strategies, and Nepal needs strategies, not just making a few Nepalese rich. You need strategies which brings a benefit for everybody in the country. And so I think here you need some academic work to work out good strategies, and then you need very practical-minded people to bring these strategies to the ground, and this will be a blessing for everybody living in this country. And you are known all over the world, so for you it's quite easy to communicate all over the world. Please don't forget about this chance. The world is much bigger than 2 parts.
No, absolutely, we need to be strategic and cash out on this relationship and also world market.
Yeah,
that's wonderful. So before we come to the close of the interview, you have any final thoughts that you want to communicate, you want to share with our audience, our readers?
Yeah. I just want to tell everybody, you have a wonderful country. You have wonderful people here, and but there is still a lot of work to do. And so please be active to really think about the elements which unifies your people and not disturbs and separates people. You need to unify you, because the world is going on, and every year you lose, you go back. That means first you have really to unify. Please do everything you can do to unify, not to separate. You have different cultures in this country, different religions, different mindsets, but you need to unify, because you are one country, Nepal. You have to unify and to find common strategies which helps everybody, and this is possible.
Right. Absolutely. So sir, thank you very much for your time. Also for time you have given to Nepal and coming and training.
Yeah.
And for this time of interview from Bazar magazine and MeroGod.com at the magazine site, and from the site of the Prayas magazine, Prayas Nepal or Endeavor Nepal. So you'll be publishing your interviews on those print and YouTube channel also. So thank you so much. It's a great joy to meet you and talk to you and learn from you.
Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure to be here.